opening greeting for World News Greenty, your trusted source for fast, accurate, and unbiased international news. Here we bring you the hottest global updates, in-depth analysis, and diverse perspectives on the world's most pressing issues. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story. Thank you for choosing World News Greenty.
Here are the main contents of today's news. During the 2 days of May 18th and 19th, 2025, the war situation between Russia and Ukraine continued to develop tensely, and at the same time, some notable diplomatic signals appeared. Below is a summary of the main developments related to the India-Pakistan conflict during May 17th and 19th, 2025. Below is a summary of the main developments in the conflict between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip from May 17th to 19th, 2025.
During May 18-19, 2025, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine remained highly tense, with several notable diplomatic developments. Battlefield developments' largest UAV attack to date, on the night of May 17th and into the early hours of May 18, Russia launched the largest drone, UAV attack since the war began, deploying 273 UAVs targeting Kyiv, Dnipropetrovsk, and Donetsk. Ukraine managed to shoot down 88 of them, but civilian casualties were reported, including 1 woman killed and 3 others injured. Fierce fighting in the east and at the border. Russia expanded its offensive in Konstantinovka, Chasov Yar, and Pokrovsk, capturing several strategic positions. Ukraine attempted counterattacks, including an armored assault on the Tyotkino area in Russia's Kursk region, but the attack was repelled. Diplomatic efforts trump Putin phone call. On May 19th, U.S. President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin held a phone call lasting over 2 hours. Trump announced that Russia and Ukraine would immediately begin negotiations on a ceasefire. However, Putin emphasized the need to address the root causes of the conflict before agreeing to a ceasefire. Reactions from Ukraine and the international community. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reaffirmed his readiness for an unconditional ceasefire and proposed holding talks in a neutral location such as the Vatican. European leaders, including those from Germany, France, and Poland, urged Russia to halt its attacks and engage in serious negotiations. However, Russia issued demands for Ukraine to withdraw troops from occupied territories and cease receiving military support from the West. Economic impact ruble exchange rate, and financial concerns. The Russian ruble has appreciated by about 40% in 2025, reaching around 80 rubles per US dollar, driven by hopes for peace and reduced imports. Nevertheless, the Russian government stated that an exchange rate of about 100 rubles USD would still be acceptable to support the national budget, amid concerns over failed peace talks, falling oil prices, and potential new Western sanctions. Recent negotiation terms. In recent negotiations, Russia has laid out several conditions for a ceasefire with Ukraine, including withdrawal of Ukrainian forces from 4 partially occupied regions, Donetsk, Luhansk, Kherson, and Zaporizhia. A commitment from Ukraine not to join NATO and to maintain a neutral stance, a halt to Western military aid, and no further troop deployments during the ceasefire. Lifting of international sanctions on Russia. President Volodymyr Zelensky has firmly rejected these demands, stressing that withdrawing from Ukrainian territory is unacceptable. He declared, "That is our land. We will not pull our forces from our own territory. Their demands show they don't want peace. They're asking for things they know we can't agree to." Zelensky also expressed skepticism about Russia's sincerity in the negotiations, suggesting Moscow is using talks as a tactic to buy time and secure unfair concessions. Ukraine continues to call for an unconditional 30-day ceasefire as a first step toward lasting peace. However, Russia maintains that the root causes of the conflict must be addressed before any ceasefire can be agreed upon. President Zelensky also warned that the United States should not withdraw from the negotiation process and urged the international community to increase pressure on Russia to advance the peace process. Summary of key developments in the India-Pakistan conflict, May 17 to 19, 2025. Main events from May 17 to 19, 2025. Pakistan fires Shaheen missile at Delhi, intercepted by India. On May 19th, Pakistan launched a Shaheen ballistic missile, capable of carrying a nuclear warhead toward India's capital, Delhi. However, India's defense system successfully intercepted and destroyed the missile mid-air. Notably, no missile debris was found, raising numerous questions about the incident. India responds strongly after Pakistan's shelling in Jammu and Kashmir. Also on May 19th, the Indian military responded forcefully after Pakistani shelling in the Jammu and Kashmir region killed 27 people. India described its retaliation as strong, precise, and effective, emphasizing its commitment to national security. Pakistan uses J-10C jets and PL-15 missiles to shoot down Indian Rafale. In a recent aerial engagement, Pakistan deployed J-10C fighter jets and Chinese-made PL-15 air-to-air missiles to shoot down at least one Indian Rafale jet. This marks a significant improvement in Pakistan's air defense and weapons integration capabilities. Pakistan targets Golden Temple in retaliation for India's Operation Sindoor. Following India's Operation Sindoor, which targeted terrorist camps in Pakistan, Pakistan retaliated by aiming drone and missile strikes at religious sites, including the Golden Temple in Amritsar. However, India's air defense system successfully intercepted and neutralized the attacks in time. Protests in Pakistan. After drone strike kills 4 children. On May 19th, a suspected drone strike in Mir Ali, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, killed 4 children. The attack triggered widespread protests, with thousands demanding justice and the identification of those responsible. Current situation and international response. Despite a ceasefire being established on May 10th, tensions between India and Pakistan remain high. The recent exchange of military actions signals that the risk of escalation persists. The international community, including the UK and the US, is actively working to promote dialogue and maintain the ceasefire between the two nations. Below is a summary of specific Pakistani attacks on India from May 17 to 19, 2025, based on credible sources. Shaheen missile attack on Delhi, May 19th. On May 19th, Pakistan launched a nuclear-capable Shaheen ballistic missile targeting Delhi. India's defense systems intercepted and destroyed the missile mid-flight. The absence of missile debris has raised serious questions about the incident. Drone and missile attack on Golden Temple in Amritsar, May 19th. Also on May 19th, Pakistan carried out a drone and missile attack targeting the Golden Temple in Amritsar, one of the holiest sites in Sikhism. Indian air defenses intercepted the attack in time, ensuring the safety of the temple and surrounding areas. Artillery shelling in Jammu and Kashmir, May 19th. On May 19th, Pakistan conducted artillery shelling in the Jammu and Kashmir region, resulting in 27 deaths. India responded with force, characterizing its retaliation as strong, precise, and effective, reiterating its dedication to safeguarding national security. Terror links to Pakistan in Pahalgam attack, May 19th. On May 19th, Indian Foreign Minister Vikram Misri reported that the terrorists responsible for the attack in Pahalgam had direct communication with commanders based in Pakistan. This underscores cross-border coordination in planning and executing terrorist attacks. Summary of key developments in the Israel-Hamas conflict in Gaza, May 17-19, 2025. Major events from May 17-19, 2025. Israel launches major military operation, Gideon's Chariot. On May 17th, Israel officially launched a large-scale military operation named Gideon's Chariot, aiming to completely eliminate Hamas, destroy its military and administrative infrastructure, and rescue hostages held by the group. The operation includes coordinated attacks by ground forces, the Air Force, and the Navy, with a primary focus on the city of Khan Yunis. Prior to the offensive, Israel ordered a civilian evacuation from the area to prepare for the large-scale assault. Israel announces plan to take full control of Gaza Strip. On May 19th, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared a plan to fully occupy the Gaza Strip, emphasizing the goal of achieving total victory and eradicating Hamas. Israel has deployed 2 additional divisions to Gaza, bringing the total to 5 divisions. Netanyahu also stated that negotiations with Hamas would only take place under continued military pressure. Israel resumes limited humanitarian aid to Gaza. Under growing international pressure and in light of the worsening humanitarian situation in Gaza, Israel has resumed limited humanitarian aid after nearly 3 months of total blockade. Only a small number of trucks carrying food and infant formula have been allowed to enter Gaza. Distribution of the aid is being overseen by the Gaza Humanitarian Fund, GHF, backed by the United States, rather than by UN agencies. Top Hamas. Commander believed killed Mohammed Sinwar, nicknamed the Shadow, is believed to have been killed in an Israeli airstrike targeting a Hamas command center located beneath the European hospital in Khan Yunis. He was the younger brother of Yahya Sinwar, who was killed in October 2024. Israel reported finding his body in a tunnel and believes he died during the strike. Strong international backlash leaders from France, the United Kingdom, and Canada have strongly condemned Israel's military campaign in Gaza, threatening concrete measures if what they describe as unacceptable actions do not cease. In addition, 22 countries have called on Israel to fully restore humanitarian aid to Gaza and warned against any attempt to alter the region's demographic makeup.
Thank you for watching World News Greenty. We truly appreciate your time and support. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more global updates. See you in the next video.